Hello fellow schoolers, we're back into the Mountain of Madness tournament, and as we see on the introducing graphics here, I'm chunking match 6 and match 7 together here, and the reason for that is that sadly we didn't get the last recording out of my match number 7 in this tournament. It just didn't start properly. So the first match we're going to follow here is Composition A coming up against a Reanimator archetype. And the second match will be against Robots. And we will have a deck check on the Robot deck, but I don't have a deck check of the Reanimator deck. I don't even know what it's called actually. It's been a while. I can't remember. So we'll just go straight into the first match here. And remember, these are the final 2 matches of the Swiss. I can't lose a single one, so it's going to be a bit of a rush, this one. Let's see if we can make it. And this is the deck I'm piloting in this particular event, a variant of Composition A, where we have a Sulcanal the Swamp King joining up because I wanted to have some Summon Legend in the deck. Otherwise, we've gone over this before. It is a mid-range Underworld Dreams mixture with a lot of removal and 4-colored this time around. Coming up against Reanimator. In this 6th match, okay, Composition A starting off here pretty slow with a Badlands, but yeah, he has a Tundra into an Ancestral Recall straight from the get-go. And what's pretty important here is the earlier he gets that Ancestral, the worse it is for me. Okay, we need to put a break on that. Mind Twisting for 4 here, but losing a Black Lotus in the process actually. So we're even at this point, it seems. Because he gained so many cards from his Ancestral. Losing more cards than he gains, but so does I. Strip Mine coming out. So a bit of a handbrake on the game here. Didn't really want him having that. Now cracking his colored mana. I'm fine with him spending his Strip Mine. After I've Mind Twisted for so much, he could be mana starved. But he isn't. There's an Underground Sea, no white mana though, so we need some threats out. He can't really handle that. Hypnotic Spectre. He needs a white mana source to get rid of it. Oh, but he got one there. No removal though. Sylvan Library coming out. So he'll dig for an answer as fast as he can. I need to stop that if I can, but a bit mana starved here. Only have a Mox, no land. Activating the Factory, forcing him to spend the Strip Mine, or at least enticing him to do so. And he loses his final card in his hand, which I think was a Disenchant. As the Spectre gets in for 2 points of damage, and so he needs to dig for an answer here. He could choose to sacrifice 4 life to draw into even more cards if he really needs to dig. That Spectre needs to be handled straight away. Okay, just getting a Mox. Oh, but he dug for a balance here. Great stuff for him. He only has 2 lanes. No, he only has 2 lanes. The other one is a Mox. No cards in hand. I'm losing my entire hand. Oh, man. So back to the drawing board, and he has an active Sylvan Library, so his card advantage is real here. He can dig for whatever he needs, and even spend life just to pull ahead. Okay, he dug for an Animate dead here. Reanimator, animating a Triskelion that I Mind Twisted. Okay, we drew into the final 4th mana source here, getting out of Jusam Jin. Now the Triskelion will only be a 3/4, but it will be able to shoot, and I suppose I need to attack with the Jusam Jin because it'll ping me each turn, so he might choose to block with his Triskelion and then shoot me. Or he could counter attack. As the Jusam Jin does damage to me, I'll actually all in all take 4 damage a turn if he chooses to attack with the Trisk. Yalem Tome coming out. Even more ways to discard cards. Okay, Jusam coming in. Ooh, he's putting him down to 7, he lets it in. Now will he, does he dare to counter attack? Oh, no, I'm just putting down a Spectre actually. Oh man, so now he can't even counterattack. Didn't even finish my turn, just attacked with the Jusam in my second main, putting out the Spectre. I didn't want him to block the Jusam and then shoot down the Spectre. I think this is a misplay. I think I should just keep back with the Spectre because he will block the Jusam now and shoot down the Spectre. Far better just to wait with it. Because he can't let the Jusam in one more time. He'll die if he doesn't block the Spectre, the Jusam Jin. He can't block the Spectre, so yeah, this is not optimal by me. he gives it a good think, but passes the turn to me, taking 1 point of damage from the Dusum, going down to 15. He's at 7. Now I'm realizing, I think, oh damn, that was actually pretty dumb. So I'm tutoring. It's a bit annoying. Actually, just losing a Spectre for no reason here. He would have shot me for 3 instead, and that would have been better. I wonder what I'm picking here. It could just be an Ancestral Recall. It could also be a Time Walk. I think a Time Walk would be kind of brutal here. No, Ancestral. Alright. Because I could attack with the Dusum, he'll block, shoot down the Spectre, I'll Time Walk and attack him for 5 and draw another card. I think that would have been a better pick. But Ancestral is fine as well. And I might even have a Time Walk in hand. Obviously, don't know that. So yeah, we see it here. Blocks the Dusum, then shoots down the Spectre. And oh, then he divines the Spectre. The Divine Offering on his own Trisk, so he, after block, so he gains 6 points of life, going up to 12 here. Hot damn, crawling back. And you still have that Sylvan Library going. You can even pay for a card now if he really needs to. The Yalom Tome won't be worth as much because he doesn't have a hand. Otherwise he could discard creatures from his hand. Oh, he's drawing here. He can use that in combination with the Sylvan Library just to dig through the worthless cards that he has seen with the Sylvan Library. Just drawing them and discarding them. Okay, getting in for 5 with the Dusum. Now disenchanting his Sylvan Library. No more reading for you. Still has a Yalom Tome, but we know the next card likely won't be very good. Maybe, I suppose it could be. Yes, seen 2 cards. No, he draws another card. Now he can discard whatever he needs, whatever he doesn't need. Also giving it a good think here. Scrub land. So he needs some more mana. Okay, putting him down to 2 points of life here. He does have a lot of creatures in that graveyard, obviously. So he needs to draw something to be able to reanimate them, just as blockers. Nope, didn't get anything. Even with a Sylvan Library and a Yalom Tome, he couldn't get an answer in time. Composition A, pushing through here, winning the first match. So we know we're against Reanimator here. He'll likely try to get rid of his creatures and animate them back in, and it is robots here, so I'm likely taking in some Divine Offerings against that. And the Source Deployers will be kept in because they'll remove creatures from the graveyard. That's pretty nice against Reanimator. Though obviously, if I use them on a Triskelion, he can actually shoot his own Triskelion in response, and it'll just go to the graveyard. But not all players know this, but he will know, right? Being on the Reanimator arts type, he likely knows. So yeah. Don't know what I'm taking out. The Underworld Dreams would be kind of nice to keep in as well against the Sylvan Library. Maybe taking out the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune will help him a lot because you discard your hand to draw a new hand, and he wants a big graveyard. So I think I'm probably taking the Wheel of Fortune out at least. Okay, Bazaar of Baghdad here. You can use that to draw 2 cards and discard 3 cards. I remember when I was a kid, we thought this card was so crappy. Never thought that a Reanimator strategy could be implemented. So obviously he'll draw 2 cards and then discard his creatures, then try to animate them or play All Hallows Eve and get them all in. Oh, look at this start from Composition A here. That's insane. Okay, choosing to just Mind Twist him here, and this time no Ancestral Recall before that. So he draws 2 cards in response. And then he loses his hand. Ah, lost the balance as well. And 2 animate deaths, he needed those. Pretty odd, I got a Mind Twist so early with a Black Lotus. I'm not cheating, I swear to God. So let's see here. Strip Mine, yeah, what to pick? I think I should pick the City of Brass, right? It color fixes him. So I'm taking that. He can still draw with his Bazaar of Baghdad as soon as you get enough cards in hand. He does here. Drawing 2 cards, discarding 3. Likely digging for lanes. Okay, discarding another Basaf back there, a Triskelion and a Mahamutian. And I don't get anything either. I didn't have any more mana than that single bad lane, so I need 2 black mana sources. There's the scrub lane. Okay, so we have 2 black mana sources. I'll likely be able to put some threats out now. But we needed that for the longest time. Yeah, Dusumjin coming out. Draws again. No lane for him. Strip buying that City of Brass was pretty damn brutal. He needs another lane now, or this will be a bit of an ungame. Ah, it's a softer plowshare. He needs to get rid of that. As a plane. Okay, and a softer plowshares. No, okay, he waits for me to take the damage from in the upkeep, and then he softer plowshares my Dusumjin. Alright, so got rid of that threat at least, and his graveyard is just filled to the brim with creatures now, after using that Basaf back there so much. Another scrap lane coming down. Looks like a Hypnotic Spectre. No? No. I'm reconsidering here. I know if I have a sinkhole, I'll just crack his lane. So I might just do that. It will yeah, I'm doing it here. It will postpone my attack for a turn because I don't have enough black mana to do so. But yeah, he didn't draw a lane, so now I can get rid of it. And no white mana now. This is what composition they can do. Oh, but he drew into a white mana. Question is, will he have an answer on that? Okay. Answers to recall. Using it immediately. Because he knew that I might pick it with this Hypnotic Spectre. So for him, let's hope that Hypnotic Spectre doesn't nick whatever answer he drew into here, if he drew into anyone or anything. Unanswered Hypnotic Spectre. So far at least. Okay, attacking with the Spectre here just to see what I can nick. Stealing, discarding one of his cards. Getting, scrub lane. That's not nice. Needed that. Now tutoring. Well, just tutor for a sinkhole here. Maybe a time walk. No, I don't have any blue mana here. Actually, my mana base is actually pretty damn wonky. Only white and black mana and a single red mana. No blue. Okay, I think I tutored for the Dusumjin. With no blue mana, there aren't a lot of targets. Otherwise, a Time Walk could be nice as well. But Dusumjin coming out. 7 points of damage next turn unless he gets something out. And we know, I think he's discarded his balance in 2 softer plowshares. Used one of the softer plowshares. So, a lot of answers already in that graveyard. Okay, discarding a Mind Bomb and a Serra Angel and a Trisk. Okay, that's a scrub lane. At least he has 2 mana sources now. Hasn't taken a lot of damage yet, but this will go fast unless he has some instant removal here. Oh, he does. Okay. Removing the second Dusumjin. I have a ton of life. Spectre coming in for 2 points of damage, nicking a card. Okay, so the pressure is not as brutal. Certainly not now. His Spirit Links, my Hypnotic Spectre might as well. It will still nick cards from his hand, but he won't take any damage. Because once it'll happen like this, that the Spectre does a point of damage. Oh, I'm actually disenchanting the Spirit Link here. Really want to finish the game. Getting in for 4, nicking a Hypnotic Mahamutian. Yeah, but the point was that the Spectre will get in for 2 points of damage. That will be, and he will only heal after that with the Spirit Link. So that short moment where he gets that damage will make him discard the card. Even though he heals afterwards. Another Softer Plowshare, really getting all of them here. Good for him. Now all he needs is a Strip Mine or Disenchant against my Factory. Then he has actually answered every single threat I've put out. But okay, this is another one. Factory coming in for 2, he's down to 7. But he does defend himself rather really well here. Composition A just keeps on punching here. And the plane's coming out. Okay, getting in for 4 again. Do we have a Disenchant? No, down to 3. Losing a Serra Angel. Yeah, his mana requirements are so big without animate deaths that cracking his mana like this really brutalizes him. Can't get him out as a Chaos Orb. he could chaos up one of them. He would take a point of damage from that, going down to 2, and then he would die for whatever I attacked with. I had a Time Walk and an Ancestor Recall in hand. I couldn't play any of it. And I also had a Swords to Plowshare and a Disenchant, so felt really secure with whatever blocker he put out. I could handle that. But I couldn't get my Time Walk going, couldn't get my Ancestral Recall going because my mana base was acting up. But still, his mana base for the longest part of this game was completely obliterated and didn't draw into a lot of it. So winning this 6th match here, we're going into match number 7 against Robots, and we see it here. This guy is Jacob. He has gone flawless through the tournament so far, winning 7-0, and I actually think that he won 14 games and lost 0. Really a good deck. This one resembles Skynet a bit, but there are some marked differences. Skynet has more of a Reanimator bent to it, and this one has more removal. 2 Abyss, 4 Swords to Plowshares, Disenchants, and a main deck City in a Bottle. It's actually pretty damn brutal against Composition A before sideboard here. With that main deck City in the Bottle, 2 Abyss, and 4 Swords to Plowshares. Then we have 4 Sushis and 3 Tusculians to make the kill. A couple of Ices, the blue power, no Time Twister though. It is debatable whether Time Twister is usable in Robots. I think, yeah, that's a discussion for another video. I'm actually considering it myself because I have Skynet and my other tournament deck. But otherwise, we see the copy artifacts here and a full package of counter magic. So yeah, he will be geared up against Composition A here. And Jacob's robot deck here is fully powered as well. Apart from the Time Twister, which I think is a voluntary exclusion. A couple of deserts in the sideboard here, probably pretty nice against the aggro decks. And another City in a Bottle in the sideboard. Oh man, he can play with 2 Abyss, 2 City in the Bottle against Composition A. Ouch. Yeah, this is a hard matchup and I can't lose it. If I lose, I'm out of the top 8. Oh, it will come down to the tiebreaker. I might actually sneak in on the tiebreaker because he has such a brilliant score, so losing to him might be okay, but I don't think it'll be enough because I lost my 1 game pretty early on. So we're going into match number 1, and remember we don't have match 2 here. It just didn't record sadly, which is a darn shame. I remember I mulliganed twice in the opening match. I just couldn't draw enough mana to save my life, so actually going down to 5 cards here, not the best start by a mile. Let's see who's on the play. I don't think he mulliganed at all. Okay, Underground Sea coming out, passing the turn. Then in my upkeep, Ancestor Recall. So yeah, he's ahead like 5 cards before I even drew. Pretty damn brutal. But Composition has a lot of outs, even if I mulligan, it has a lot of equalizers. Like Draw 7s, Balance, Mind Twist, Ancestral. But yeah, it is not a very pleasant beginning, this one. City of Brass coming out, so he can counter now, but he should be at 8 cards, I think. Yeah, he needs to discard a card. Skilling coming out. He doesn't have play with animate deaths in his main deck. We saw that in the deck tech. Drop lane out of Composition A. Time Walking. Okay, just want to pull slightly ahead here with a lane drop maybe. I think I'm maybe also trying to bait a counterspell if he really wants to pressure me, because I get another draw, another lane drop. No counterspell. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, he counters it. That was my attempt at really equalize all his card advantage here, because he would have to discard his full fist of cards here, and we both draw 7 new. But was not to be. Stopped me in my tracks here. City of Brass. Mind Twisting him for 3, another way to mitigate it, but he counters me. Second counterspell out of 4, and he does have a mana drain as well. So that was my second attempt at trying to equalize the huge card advantage in his favor, but he just blocks me. Time Twister, third attempt, mana drain. Look at this. So Composition A is just grasping for air here. So many attempts at trying to crawl back into the game, getting blocked in succession here. I really thought I could just power through. He had 2 blue mana up, but 3 counter spells? That's a lot so early in the game. So my heart just sank here. He does have some mana, but he just uses that to attack with that factory. Still keeping bad. He can't have much counter magic left, right? Spent over 50% of his counter magic in the opening rounds here. Blocking key cards every time. Factory coming over for another poke. Okay, I disenchanted. Taking a point of damage. Oh, I doubled. Okay, oh, he was attacking us with 2 factories and I double disenchant them. 2 disenchants, just getting rid of it because it cracks his mana as well. Now getting an Underworld Dreams out. Starting to ping him here. Oh, though both of my draw 7s has been used and his Ancestor Recall has been used. So it is a bit late to the party, this Underworld Dreams, but better than nothing, right? Alright. Getting some stuff out here. At least even when Composition A is in top deck mode, it does tend to draw a lot of threats. It is a pretty active pile of cardboard. Let's see if you can handle it. Taking a point of damage, getting in, or attacking at least. Let's see if he has an answer here. Oh, he does. Well, at least it nets me 5 life. It's never all bad losing a Dusum Gen like this, because that's so much life you're gaining. But he will soon be within robot range here. Getting out of Sushi. His turn to get his mid-range creatures out. Okay, I'm balancing here. Does he have another counters? What does he do here? He softs to Plowshares his own Sushi because he will lose it anyway, and now he'll gain 4 life. Oh, losing 2 Swords to Plowshares and a Disenchant or something. That's a lot. Because he was so much ahead in cards. I'm losing some lanes, I think. No, we're equal. Then I'm attacking with the factory. Because he didn't have a hand, so there's no way he could answer that factory. And the longer this game takes, I mean, everything has been born back to square one with that balance, and as a dreams on him. Workshop coming down, not worth much at this point in the game. Playing something here, can't really see what it is. I think it might be a Sol Ring, not worth much either. But as time goes on, that Underworld Dreams will keep on pinging him, and I'm fine with that. Okay, attacking with the factory here. I'm blocking with my factory. Must have an answer. Yeah. Disenchanting my factory, coming in for 2, putting me down to 9 points of life here. So we have an unanswered factory. And I didn't have anything against it. Just an Underground Sea here. Not really what I need. Okay, activating the factory, coming in again. Putting Composition A down to 7 points of life. And then he disenchants. Ah, man, he disenchants my Underground Sea before I can draw. Okay, got an Ancestor Recall here. Let's see if I can draw something else than lanes. Okay, this is more like it. Okay, Chaos Orb in his factory. Let's see if it hits. Yeah, nice flip. Okay, so now it's my turn to have an open field here. Really going back and forth this game. But I am behind, in life total at least. And that workshop, I mean, whatever we draw into, if he draws into a Triskelion and I don't have an answer, it goes so fast. But okay, factory coming in here. Nothing to answer with, and another Underworld Dreams here. Okay. Life parity. And I'm the aggressor at least. Now taking with the factory, putting him down to 5 points of life. He goes to 4 this time. Really just crawling back after such a brutal opening here. Okay, but he's checking out his... I don't think he has an Animate Dead before sideboard, but he does have a recall. He could recall a card. He needs to handle 2 threats in one go here. There's the Underworld Dreams, and there's the Factory. He's actually considering his Ancestor recall here. I would have told him. I remember this. He was a bit flustered over this oversight afterwards. I would have told him if he had chosen the Ancestral, because it would kill him as an Underworld Dreams against him. But luckily, he chooses something else. I think I might have, I don't know, I think I might have told him that, yeah, he puts them out here and it tells me that he's really considering which one to pick and almost asking for my advice. Of course, he isn't asking for my advice, but just sharing his thoughts here. I mean, for him, this is not all bad, because even if he loses, he will get into the top 8 after such a flawless victory over everything. But he puts down a Triskelion. As said, if he had chosen the Ancestor recall, that would be game over. The Trisk will keep the Factory at bay at least. Going down to 3, because the Underworld Dreams doesn't have an answer. Yeah. Did he draw a Disenchant? If he did, I would be in so much trouble. Obviously, I can't attack with the Factory, he'll just block me, and if he gets in with that Trisk, he will kill me. Because he'll attack for 4 and then shoot for 3. He's trying to play a Brain Geyser here. And we talk about, that's an Underworld Dreams on the table, buddy. And then it dawns on him. Oh, yeah. I think he actually, he recognized this himself and then asked to not play it, to like make a do-over. That's fine. This stuff happens. He is a great player, actually. So this is just oversights happen, man. Let's see. Okay, so he attacks and obviously sacrificed my Factory, otherwise I'd be dead by that attack, and a finishing salvo. Yeah, he needs to really go for broke here, otherwise the Underworld Dreams will kill him, so he needs to just get in and finish the game. It is a bit of a race at this point. Ooh, but look at this, it is a legendary Solkanar the Swamp King. He's going down to 2. Triskelion staring into the eyes of that Solkanar. He can't attack, the Solkanar will block him. And he keeps back in order to block Solkanar, but he's a ninja. He has Swamp Walk. There's no out here, unless he can remove Solkanar the Swamp King. Nope, as a Brain Geyser in hand, Solkanar wins me the game. Disenchant. That would have been nice against the Underworld Dreams if he drew that earlier, but the Solkanar the Swamp King, no way to stop him. Not without a Swords to Plowshares, at least. So, Composition A won the first match here with Solkanar the Swamp King, and what's kind of hilarious is that the second match was also won with Solkanar the Swamp King. So, clean sweep here, 4-0. Composition A tramples into the top 8. At least my opponent here, the Robots player, I was his only defeat, so he gets nice and comfortably into the top 8 as well. So we shall see what adventures will meet us in the top 8. Thank you for watching this, a bit of a marathon with 2 opponents. But yeah, Composition A made it work here, getting into the top 8 one more time. Let's see if we can go through the entire thing, or if something will, someone will kick us out.